Thank you. Good evening. As a reminder, in accordance with Indiana law, the same questions will be asked of each candidate pursuing the vacancy that now exists on the Fairfield School Board. Also, in accordance with Indiana law, these questions are being asked in a public meeting. The 4 existing school board members will vote on the candidates and select the new board member at our public board meeting scheduled at 5 o'clock next Thursday, October the 9th, 2025. At this time, we do have our first candidate with us. Welcome.
Thank you.
I will now ask that each board member state their name and the township they represent.
Aaron Rank, Clinton Township.
Brian Wagaman, Benton Township.
Tyler Rensberger, Jackson Township.
And Marilee Kime, Jackson Township. Also joining us is our superintendent of Fairfield Community Schools, Dr. Carrie Cannon, and our corporation executive assistant, Wanda Miller. Each candidate will be allowed 2 minutes for an opening statement, 3 minutes for each question, and an additional 3 minutes for a closing statement. So Katrina, please introduce yourself and proceed with your opening statement, please.
All right. My name is Katrina Miller, and I live in Clinton Township. I want to start by saying thank you for considering me to be on the school board. I appreciate that. I attended Northridge High School. My younger siblings went to Fairfield, so I've pretty much been connected to this community for probably 30 years. I own Intrigue Salon and Spa in Middlebury, and I work there as a hairstylist, and I've owned it for about 26 years. I do hair there, and besides doing hair, I'm a mom, I'm a workout instructor. I do the bookkeeping for my business and my husband's business, and I also help Trent with the landscaping side of TMI Lawn Sprinklers. So I got a lot going on, but it's fun. My husband Trent graduated from Fairfield, and together we have 4 children. The oldest 3 have graduated already, and Tipper, who most of you know, is in 8th grade. I served on a church board 19 years ago, and then my kids got involved in sports, and so I took a break from that, but now that we're slowing down, I'm ready to be involved and, yeah, start serving again. So that's all I have.
Okay, thank you. Katrina, what do you see as Fairfield's accomplishments in the last 3 years, and are the areas that you see a need for change? And you have 3 minutes.
Okay. I definitely see that, I mean, just the overall improvements outside, the fields, everything is just, it's just beautiful. And you guys have done a great job in making those decisions. Academic wise, we're always like high in ranks, so that's great. I don't know if that's really changed any in the last 3 years, but I have noticed that our name is always up high in rankings, so that's great. I also love everything that Dr. Cannon has done, just like making everything more of a community, bringing in school spirit. I think that's wonderful. Need for change. My kids all have had a really great experience in and out of school, so it's hard for me to know if there's anything going on in school right now that needs a change. I feel like we need more parking. But I can't think of anything off the top of my head.
Okay, thank you. And our second question. The school board deals with many sensitive and confidential matters. How do you view your responsibility to balance confidentiality with transparency?
As a board member, is that what you're asking? If I were on the board?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely see how it needs to be, yeah, very confidential, especially if it's anything personal. I also see people's point of view, like, this is our school, we need to know. And so I guess just to be transparent, like just making decisions that don't need to be kept a secret, that you're not doing anything, that I wouldn't be doing anything wrong that would need to be kept a secret. But I do understand that there are times when it needs to be kept confidential. Yeah, you guys have gone through a lot, and I get that, and you guys have done a great job, I think, of both ways, of being transparent and being confidential with that.
Okay. Our third question. What is your vision for supporting all students, high achievers, struggling learners, and those in between, so that no group is overlooked?
Yeah, that's hard to do. Just probably having different programs, different things that everyone can fit into and feel comfortable. Like for high achievers, I guess that would be things that challenge them. And maybe even like bringing them into training them to notice when people are struggling and they need a little extra help, whether it be academically or socially, just so that they can, everyone can kind of feel united. Yeah, that would be hard. I think trying to connect them, and I think also like social things are fun for that. Like then they all feel supported and can kind of get to know each other and feel united.
And our fourth question, what are your strengths or leadership skills that you could contribute to the board?
Yeah, I think I'm a good leader. I have ran a business for quite a long time, so I feel like I could bring some budgeting, not that I don't know if you need anything like that, but yeah, I can look at the budget and kind of figure that stuff out. Yeah, have attention to details. I would say that, and people do confide in me, so I feel like I can be a good, confident, and I'm loyal.
Anything else you wanted to add?
I don't think
I
so.
mean, that's
right now.
fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Okay, 5. How does the school board lead the district in partnership with the superintendent and administration?
I would say that I feel like the school board are the people who kind of lead come up with the vision and set the tone for everything. And then I think the superintendent and the admin would be people that are the follow through then. and we're there to support them and make sure they have what they need to represent the schools and be there for all the principals and teachers.
Okay, could we please have your concluding statement?
Sure.
Thank you.
So right off, there's no way I'm going to fill this 3 minutes. As you've seen, I'm not a woman of many words, but I am a very good listener. I feel I have a good repute with teachers, parents, and also students. I feel like I know quite a few students, and people trust me with their thoughts and opinions. I stand up for what I believe in, but I also am very willing to listen and hear all sides and then prayerfully make decisions. Being a mom with a child still in Fairfield, I think brings a different perspective to the board. And so why do I want to fill the position? I've been considering for a few years, but I knew everyone on the board, and or most everyone. I didn't know Tyler. But I feel like everyone is doing a great job, so there's no reason for me to go against anybody. So that's why I kind of hadn't stepped up yet. And I care about the success of Fairfield, and I'd love to help in making the decisions. And really, I just think it sounds really, really interesting too. So thank you for considering me.
Well, thank you for coming in. We appreciate it. And just a reminder that we will be here next Thursday evening to consider the vacancy. And I will be sending a follow-up email after tonight just to review all the steps.
Okay.
So thank you very much
Thank you.
for being
I appreciate
here.
it. Have a good evening.
Thank you. Okay. Since I already said once about.
This is a live mic. This is live.
Since I already said once.
It's gonna, Merely. What time's the next candidate coming in? 5:30?
Next candidate,
Okay.
I think is 5:30, so we have, because we allow.
Are we able to recess our meeting?
We can recess anytime you want, yes.
If I get a motion,
Yep.
do we want to do that? Okay,
I would make a motion that we recess the meeting until 5:25.
Okay.
do we have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor of recessing the meeting until 5:25, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes unanimously.
I would say Thank you, Wanda, for keeping us on track because my watch battery died, so. Yeah. Hi.
Hello.
Good. Have a seat.
You are in the special chair tonight.
All right,
Welcome.
thank you.
At this time, we have our second candidate, Heath Taylor, with us. And I will now ask each board member to please introduce yourselves.
Aaron Rink, Clinton Township.
Brian Wagaman, Benton Township.
Tyler Rensberger, Jackson Township.
And I'm Marilee Keim, and I represent Jackson Township. Also joining us this evening is our Superintendent of Fairfield Community Schools, Dr. Carrie Cannon, and our Corporation Executive Assistant, Wanda Miller. I would remind each candidate as they are starting that you have 3 minutes for each question, and you have 2 minutes for an opening statement and an additional 3 minutes for a closing statement. So Heath, when you're ready to begin, we can begin with your opening statement.
All right,
Thank
very
you.
well. All right, my name is Heath Taylor. I live in Clinton Township. We moved there about 10 years ago from Goshen, where I grew up all my life. I graduated from Goshen High School in 2007 and got my degree in organizational leadership at Goshen College. When we decided to leave Goshen, we actively sought out Fairfield schools and wanted the small town feel of Millersburg, and we've really grown to love that community. My wife has been involved with the local government there, and it's been very rewarding for us and great to be a part of the community and kind of have a lot of involvement. We've got 2 daughters. They're 12 and 7. And they've attended Millersburg Elementary until this year. They've both moved over to Benton. And again, just really love being a part of it. Can't explain how much fun it is for them with the school spirit and all the activities that, something I wasn't used to growing up. I work for Forest River. I've been there about 14 years. I spent previous few years as a purchasing manager, overseeing 6 plants for some in Elkhart County, LaGrange, and Steuben County, and one in Harrisburg, Oregon. So overseeing 11 people and the purchasing activities of those plants. And this past November, I started a position that had just been created with the manufacturing process improvement team.
Do you want to finish your
Yeah,
sentence? Just finish your
I was
point.
afraid I wouldn't go long enough. So, being a part of the manufacturing process improvement has really helped me. Been an enjoyable thing getting to work with all 74 of our plants and kind of getting to know a lot more people and the different cultures involved in all these plants. And so,
Thank you.
all right.
We'll move on to your first question, which I do have those in front of you.
All right.
What do you see as Fairfield's accomplishments in the last 3 years? And are there areas that you see a need for change?
Okay. Now, one of the most exciting things I've seen was hearing about the health center that opened. I thought that was a really good addition for the community. Seeing the way they do reach out. I know the food pantry has been around, just the help that the schools offer to the kids when needed. Always saw the summer lunch program ran through Millersburg. As seemed to be a good accomplishment. Also love seeing the sports complexes being added. I think that really helps bring a lot of pride to the students. Makes everybody feel great to be a part of this. As far as areas that need a change, haven't been that deeply ingrained in areas like that to see what I would ask for there.
Okay, is that any?
Yeah.
That's it? Okay, thank you. Our second question, the school board deals with many sensitive and confidential matters. How do you view your responsibility to balance confidentiality with transparency?
Okay, yeah, that's something I've dealt with quite a bit. So, you can get input from others and, gather the information you need without giving out sensitive or confidential information. Let's see. New product approvals is something I work with. A lot of times I'm dealing with people who are in competition with one another. In this case, the goal is serving the kids, so there's not really a whole lot of competition that I would see, but definitely understand the need to keep sensitive information to yourself, and having other board members to talk to. I would imagine that allows you to get that out there and get the help you would need on that sort of thing. So I would feel very comfortable with that, and knowing how to not cross the line.
Okay, our third question. What is your vision for supporting all students, high achievers, struggling learners, and those in between, so that no group is overlooked?
There's definitely different groups within this school corporation, as with many. I think that the school already does a good job with accommodating different cultures, and I see the importance of supporting all of those students. Again, with my children being a little younger, we haven't got to, I think, where a lot of that takes off. I know at Goshen, we always had, plenty of opportunities for those wanting to get college credit and take advanced courses. A lot of importance in helping these students get set up for the future, with also not leaving anybody behind. So I do see importance in that. As far as a plan, that's not something I would have. A lot would have to be learned, but definitely a vision for helping that take place. Making sure that attention is paid, resources are given to the students that need the extra help or have fallen behind.
Thank you. 4, what are your strengths or leadership skills that you could contribute to the board?
One strength I've really developed in the past year with my new position is getting all the information first before acting. It's something I've definitely grown in, instead of making a a rash decision. You want to talk to everyone involved, those that work for you, those that you work for. You know, getting everybody's input, and then achieving that buy-in methodically, you know, with fact, and yeah, just really getting everyone on board to go towards that mission. I recently also, kind of a rite of passage we have at Forest River is the Dale Carnegie leadership training, and I just completed that this spring and gained a lot of tools there as well for leadership positions, as far as you know, not allowing others to save face, you know, really listening before you talk. I think not running and ruling with an iron fist is not always the way it helps to get the support and buy-in of everyone that's involved.
Anything else? No?
Uh,
Okay, thank you. 5, how does the school board lead the district in partnership with the superintendent and administration?
I would say through open communication. You know, the school board's not necessarily there with eyes on everything that's going on every day. You know, and one main role of the school board is to be the voice of the community. So I see, you know, the school board would be able to lead by bringing that public voice to the superintendent and administration, and then hearing all sides if in any sort of matter, trusting the administration to do what's best as well, just giving them, making sure that they have the tools they need to accomplish the goals, and ultimately just doing whatever's best for the students, knowing that's the end customer here.
Okay. You now have 3 minutes for a concluding statement.
All right. Well, as I said earlier, it's 10 years ago, our family actively sought out Fairfield schools. I hear more and more. My boss, actually, his kids will be starting here next week. When it was time for them to move, they wanted nothing else and waited until they were able to be within the district. You know, there's a lot of momentum, a lot of good things going on in these schools that we see, and you can tell others are wanting to be a part of it. You know, my goal would be to just help keep that momentum going forward. Come in and listen to those and their concerns, and you know, just keep help driving it forward. And say it's I do have a desire to learn. I know that's a big part of coming into something like this. It's not a class you took in school on being on the school board, so would be willing and able to learn. I've had a lot of fun doing that throughout my career. I'm now in the past year constantly learning, and it's been a lot of fun, so I seek more of that. As far as serving the public, I have some experience with when the Millersburg Redevelopment Commission was restarted some years ago, I served as the president and helped with fund allocation. So, you know, had dabbled in that some and had some good experience with, you know, managing funds through my purchasing experience. You know, the other thing, I had grandpa was a school board member at Goshen for a number of years, so that's kind of piqued my interest. And with my wife serving the community, it just feels like I'd be ready to step out there and do what I can to help serve the community and be a bigger part of the community as well. That was a big desire of mine. Yeah, just be eager to learn.
Okay.
So I appreciate all of you taking the time and the consideration through this process. I know there's other good candidates, and it's it'll be in good hands whichever way it goes, and I get still really proud to be a part of this school system and this community. So thanks for what you're doing already.
Well, we thank you for your preparation and also your support of Fairfield Community Schools. I would just remind you that the 4 existing school boards members, which is the 4 of us, will vote on the candidate and select the new board member at our public board meeting, which is scheduled at 5 o'clock next Thursday, October the 9th. And so I will also be following up about this experience and any other comments that you would need to know in a email.
Okay.
So, but thank you very much, and you are free to go.
All right.
It wasn't that
Very
bad,
much.
right?
Thank you, thank you.
Been through worse.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Well, appreciate it
Yeah.
very much. So I'm
Time's the next one.
Yeah, probably.
10 minutes till the next one.
It's 5:50. 5:55. Oh, we could go.
Well,
No, let's do it.
You want a motion to recess again until, I'd make a motion that we recess until 5:50.
second.
Any discussion? All those in favor of recess until 5:55, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes unanimously.
I've always heard Pat suggest.
Call us back.
Yeah, call us back to the meeting. Do
Oh,
you want me to go?
could I have a motion to start the meeting, please?
So moved.
A second?
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor of reconvening the meeting, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes unanimously. Okay.
So, this is a special seat tonight.
Merely kind. Thank you. Okay. Welcome.
Thank you.
At this time, I would like to have our school board please introduce yourselves.
I'm Aaron Rink, Clinton Township.
Brian Wagaman, Benton Township.
Merely Kime, Jackson Township.
Tyler Rensberger, Jackson Township.
And we are also have joining us this evening our superintendent, Dr. Carrie Cannon, and our corporation executive assistant, Wanda Miller. Pat, we are happy to have you here tonight. We welcome you.
Thank you.
And if you are ready, we would like to, well, I will remind you that you have 2 minutes for an opening, 3 minutes for each question, and 3 minutes for a concluding statement. So if you are ready, you can begin with your opening statement, please.
Sure. So thank you for having me. My name's Pat McCauley. I live on County Road 37 in Millersburg in Benton Township. Been married to my wife, Stacy, for 23 years. She's an educator down at Wawasee at Syracuse Elementary for 21 years. We have 3 daughters. Tatum, who graduated from Fairfield last year, participated in cross-country, track, yearbook, and cheerleading. Our middle daughter, Tess, is a freshman at Fairfield, participates in the concert band and the wind ensemble, the Fairfield Marching Pride in the color guard, and she's also a member of the Winter Guard program. And my youngest daughter, Taryn, 6th grader at Benton, participates in Winter Guard, concert band, plays percussion, and she's also a member of the middle school cross-country team and one of the kids going down tomorrow to the state championship. So super excited about that. Worked for Surf Internet out of Elkhart. Been there 25 years. I was employee number 2, and we are now over 325. Proud of that. I'm a member of the Elkhart Noon Kiwanis Club, past president of that club. Been there since 2010, and I am the chair and program director for something we call Kid Day. It recognizes 4th grade students twice a year from several schools in Elkhart County, including Fairfield, for academic growth in the classroom. I'm a sitting member of the 811 Indiana Board of Directors, and have been on that board for just over a year and got reelected to a 3-year term this past June. Former member of the Napanee Boys and Girls Club as well. So. Good.
Thank you.
Yep.
All right, our first question, Pat. What do you see as Fairfield's accomplishments in the last 3 years, and are there areas that you see a need for change?
Wow. I think some of the accomplishments are just the things that we are doing as far as the building and the grounds, the improvements we're making for the students in the community. I think that's a huge thing for the school and the community. I just think the continued sense of pride that the community has in Fairfield is something that is an accomplishment, not necessarily the last 3 years, but ever since we've been a member of this community. I think you see that every day in everything the kids do. I think maybe just, the way that things are dealt with when something doesn't go well, some of the stuff you had to deal with last year with Mr. Engel and just how it was, I feel like it was handled very well and very professionally. And as far as things for change, I honestly can't think of anything. Maybe the the parking situation is one. I know people probably that's an easy day for people, but no, I really don't. My kids have flourished in Fairfield. I know not every school is perfect, and I know not every kid is a fan of every single teacher and administrator, but I really don't hear a lot of the bad things that being married to a teacher in a different school system, I hear a lot of bad things, and I don't hear that from my friends and my my peers and people in this community about this school.
Okay. The second question. The school board deals with many sensitive, confidential matters. How do you view your responsibility to balance confidentiality with transparency?
I think the responsibility of a school board and confidentiality and transparency, I think you have to be able to take your parental hat off when you come in this room. It's very similar for me if I look at my time on the 811 board, without going into super detail because it would take a long time to explain. You have to be a member of a company that uses that system, and so we have to take our business hats off and have conversations with our competitors, our colleagues, and that sometimes can be very difficult. So I think it's very similar with the school board. You have to be able to take your parental hat off, and you might have to make a decision that is best for the school and the community, not necessarily yourself.
Okay. Third question. What is your vision for supporting all students, high achievers, struggling learners, and those in between so that no group is overlooked?
So I think the job of the school board is in the way they support that is by not being someone who tells teachers and administrators how to do their job, not someone who tells Dr. Cannon how to do her job, but gives them the tools and the resources to make sure that they can best support every student in the classroom in every situation. I think we've seen some school boards in our area overstep those bounds, and I think it's gotten them in trouble. And I think you guys have done a very good job, and boards previous since we've been here that doesn't happen. I think that's very, very important. So I think it's just really about supporting and making sure that we give our teachers and administrators every resource and every advantage possible to make sure that they have what they need to teach every student.
And the fourth question, what are your strengths or leadership skills that you could contribute to the board?
So I think my strengths are both in my professional and personal life. I think professionally, like I said, I've helped build a company from literally 2 employees to over 300. We're a $500 million a year company, and that comes with a lot of hardship, and I am I guess I didn't say this. I'm the senior director of outside plant construction, so I'm kind of like a high level manager, I guess you could say. I'm not an executive per se, but I think just my experience through that, I've seen a lot of growth and a lot of change. So I think that's an asset. I think again, my time on the 811 board has given me a perspective of taking that personal hat off for the betterment of the group and the betterment of the organization. I think just my time on the Kiwanis board, or the Kiwanis board and the Kiwanis club and the Napanee club, I think have given me a perspective of nonprofit and that kind of thing. And I think my kids being in not, only a few different activities, certainly gives me a broadened perspective than some. And then, like most, being married to an educator gives you a perspective of things. And again, I just think that in my business and professional life, I try to make decisions that are better for the group, not the individual, because you cannot lead or make decisions based on that.
Thank you. And our last question, how does the school board lead the district in partnership with the superintendent and administration?
Yeah, so similar to my answer for the third question, I think the job of the school board is to not to be a leading force in how Dr. Cannon and the teachers and administrators do their job. I think it's the job of the school board to not allow a superintendent to rule with an iron fist, to keep the superintendent in check, both financially and I guess prospectively. And I think it's the school board's job to make sure that our teachers and our administrators have every resource and every advantage that we can give them to make sure that they can do their job to the best of their ability.
Okay. And you now have 3 minutes for a concluding statement.
All right. Yeah. So I would just say that I have a passion, I guess you could say, and I'm a strong advocate for public schools, and I believe very strongly in public schools. Truth be told, I went to Ball State to become a music teacher, and it did work out that way, and probably for the better. But I've always had a passion for kids. That's the main objective of the Kiwanis Club and obviously the Boys and Girls Club. Again, having been involved in Fairfield since we specifically moved to Fairfield so our kids would go here back in 2007, and being involved in the different aspects and the different things like cross country and track and guard and the marching band and all those things. I think again, just kids just might give me a slightly different perspective than some parents who aren't involved in those things or maybe only involved in one, and just sit on the sidelines and harp about how things should be. Again, being married to a teacher, I believe has given me a broadened perspective on public education, and I think that has given me just a good kind of baseline of what to think about. And I guess I'd end on this. I'm not doing this to add it to my resume or to, get a better parking spot or whatever. I'll tell you this, my daughter was in cross country and track for 7 years. And my, Tess has been in marching band for going on 3 years now. I never missed a single cross country or track meet, home or away. I never missed a basketball game, home or away. I never miss a marching band. I never miss a concert band, whatever. I am missing the NEC's championship right now that Taryn is running in to be here. So I want to be part of something that leads our school into the future in any way I can. That's it.
I'm sorry about missing that.
Well, depending on how fast this went, it's at West Noble, and so you're not supposed to run until 6:30. So depending on how fast I decide to drive. Yeah,
Well, we
so.
do thank you for your preparation
I
and
appreciate it.
support of Fairfield Community Schools. I will remind you that next Thursday evening at 5 o'clock as at a public board meeting. We will be voting on the vacancy and a new board member at that time. I also will follow up with an email to you just about tonight's experience.
Are we
So,
encouraged to be there? Should we be there? It's up to us.
you know, it's, we've been told by our attorney that he very rarely sees a candidate be there. Now, I obviously.
see, a candidate that what?
That a candidate is not there, that they do not show.
But they can. Yeah,
But they can.
We
It's
have
a
3, so
public-
yeah, you can.
It is a
Okay.
public meeting, and if you wish to be there, that is
Okay.
that is totally your choice.
All right.
Yes. So,
It'll be a long meeting. We have all of our new students coming that night, so
oh, that's good.
all of our kindergartners and
Are
excited.
we across the road?
We're gonna have to, yeah.
All right.
Okay. Well,
Great.
Good luck.
Good
Thank
luck.
you.
Let's
All
meet
right.
'em.
Have a wonderful evening.
Thanks.
All right.
Pat.
Thanks. Yep. See you.
Drive safe to West Noble. May I have a motion for adjournment, please?
So move.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor of adjournment of our meeting, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes unanimously. And thank you to our,
Thanks, Jason.
yes.
Thanks, Kelly.
And